Good day, guys. As you all know me, as a mentor, Nasdaq Ninja. Today we're gonna talk about GER30, US100, and US30. So, guys, first thing first, before I start, I want to address something, guys. This thing of you guys coming into my DM asking me which time frame should you use, I feel like it's invalid. Understand? Because the only way I can know which time frame to I use to enter is when I come from a structure. Understand? So when I tell you guys you need to find the structure of the market, you don't understand what is the structure of the market. You don't understand it. So this is what I want to fix today. I want you guys to understand how to build up a structure of the market from these three things so that you can know on which time frame you're gonna enter. You don't have a specific time frame that you're gonna enter at as being one. You understand? When you're busy analyzing from your your highest time frame to your lowest, you'll get a specific one at the current moment. Understand? That specific one, it's not as always that one. You can change to the other one. You can change to the other one depending on which time frame you see a proper confirmation. So let's start. So when I analyze the chart, guys, I always tell you that I start from an H4 time frame. So what I do is that I unzoom the chart, and then I'm gonna go for my highest point first, and then I'm gonna go for my current lowest point. After then, if I can create any support, I'll start by getting a trend. So I'm gonna take my trend from this point, from the lowest point to the highest point, and then I'm gonna get a trend from this point. You understand? And then once I have my trend like this, I'm gonna plot my support here. So already we see that the market has to move from this point to the top side. So this is my structure of the market. This is not my entry point, it's the structure. So already I can see that I have to push to the top. But then how am I gonna get my entry point? Because I can't just jump in here and just buy GER30. First thing first, I'm gonna create what I call major key. And then I'm gonna create another trend from this point here. So I can see that I have broke this trend and then I closed outside. So I start becoming more confident into my buy that no, I'm gonna buy GER30. But where am I gonna enter the buy? You know, that what matters now. So I'm gonna go to my 16 minutes time frame, which is H1, and then zoom in the chart. So I can see that here, let me show you. Here, I have a type of a correction. You understand? I have a sort of like a type of a correction. So during the process, and I notice that I have a correction, I will aim that in either way, if the market comes back to this position here, I'm gonna be entering my buys. You understand? If the market breaks this point here and closes outside, I'm gonna be entering my buys as well. So that one is my plan. You need to have a plan. So those points are the point whereby I'm gonna enter my buys. Where am I at now? I'm at H1. So that's when I'm gonna confirm that the only way I'm gonna enter this entry, it's when I'm at like o'clock. You understand? So when I use time frames to enter. I always use time frames to enter. So if I'm at H1 and I confirm with H1, I have to enter at o'clock when the new candlestick comes out. I'm not gonna enter on this candlestick because it's buying. No, I feel like it's invalid because at the end of the day, in most cases, if a new candlestick is coming, you're gonna see the market reacting in some type of way. What if it takes your the opposite direction? You understand? So in most cases, you need to enter. If you use H1, you enter at o'clock. If you use M30, you enter at half past or o'clock. I don't use M15 and those other smaller time frames. I don't use them. The reason I don't use them is that I know that M15 already, M30 already has those time frame. H1 already has those time frame. H4 already has those time frames. So I see myself as uh actually I don't use those time frame. M5 I don't use it. So once I'm here, I'm gonna go to my M30 as being the last time frame that I use. So when I look at when I look at the M30, I see that the market is pushing with the high momentum from this position here. So if this candlestick is going to close with this momentum, I'm gonna enter buy. So guys, momentum is the change of speed and time. Understand? So yeah. I'm gonna enter buy. Well, if this candlestick has to close with this momentum, I'm gonna enter buy somewhere here. So this is your setup for German 30. So let me go back to H1. This is your setup for German 30. It's a beautiful setup as much as you can see. So now we're gonna go to NAS100. So NAS100, this is what we have. So the first thing first, we're gonna go to H4. You can see that NAS100 is buying and we're already inside this buy. We entered this buy somewhere here because of the double bottom on the diagonal and the major trend here. Remember, the only way I can hold trade is when I broke out the major trend. So first thing first, your highest point. The other thing, it's your lowest point. Actually, this is my first structure. I know if I touch there, I touch here, I have to touch here. But I don't know when am I gonna reach here, but I'm going there. So it means during the process, I'm just looking out for buying opportunities. So first thing first, I'm gonna create my trend here. I only go with the touches, guys. And then I'm gonna create my trend from this point here. So let me adjust it to be here. And then here we had a trend inside a trend from this point here. So guys, in most cases, if you see a double bottom, just go and look out for a major trend. The double bottom that I'm talking about has to be on a major time frame, like H4. So this is what we have currently, and then we're gonna create our support here. This is the point whereby if the market comes back, it won't pass. And then after all, we have to go to our 60 minutes time frame. Already we can see that NAS100 is pushing to the top. One way or another, we have to arrive at this point here. Let's see how many touches do we have there at the diagonal resistance. Let's go to H4 again. We have one. Let's correct this one. And then we have two. Here we're gonna be having our third touch. You know that on our third touch, the market reverses. Once we touch here, we might sell for a little bit, maybe to retest at this zone or this zone or this zone, depend on the nature of the market. So already I have confirmed my direction. The entries that I entered, I'll still hold until I reach my destination. Understand? So you can see it's still pushing to the top, still pushing to the top nicely. So already when I'm at H1, I can say that I'm gonna use this time frame to enter. Understand? I only use time frame based on the structure of the market. I don't have a specific time frame that I use to enter. I don't want to lie to you. So as much as it's here, we can confirm that this one, it's a buy as well. So now we're gonna go to our US30 time frame. This is what we have on US30. First thing first, we're gonna start on H4. We're gonna unzoom the chart. You know, guys, I like US30 because US30 moves. And the other thing about US30, it pays. So you guys need to consider trading indices. I'm not saying Forex is not cool, but just trade indices in order for you to be exposed to make a certain amount in a day, you understand? So here you can check. This is what we have. I have my lowest point, I have my highest point. And then I'm gonna create a trend. Then I'm gonna take the trend from this point here to this point, and then I'm gonna take it to the top from this point here to this point. Already at the certain point, I see a direction here. I have a zone. If the market once created a big movement, or once stopped a big movement, can come back again, create another big movement, bigger and better. So this is our zone here. So if this is our zone, actually here I'm actually expecting a sell. What I have realized during 3:30 is that the market US30 and Nasdaq doesn't take the same direction. So already on US30, I see that during 3:30 it's gonna be taking sells. Understand? Because now it's on a zone. This once created a big movement. It can create a big movement again. So I'm gonna unzoom my chart, and then here I'm gonna create two touches. I'm not gonna create the major key. I just create two touches here, and then already I can see that the market broke out here. Okay, the market just jumped outside the trend and then kept on pushing to the top. So I'm gonna go to my H1 time frame. You can see it's a beautiful trend. So here, guys, we have a zone. If you were to take your sales now, if I were to send a signal now, they're gonna be on profit, like proper profit. This is a zone. You see it hits a touch and go. So if something created a big movement, guys, it can come back and create another big movement again. So here, so it seems like we had like sort of like a wedge, yeah. But I'm gonna actually try to create this thing from this point here, and then take it into this position as being major key, because I feel like major key it might be allowed from this certain point, because I want to take this trend from this point to the top side. Yeah. So guys, already you can see that the market here it's gonna be selling. So here we're gonna be creating our support at the certain point here. So we understand that the market gonna move from this point to come here. So this is the direction of our market today. And then I feel like if I were to try something again, It's gonna be invalid. Yes, correct. So during the process, I'm gonna remove this one. You see. So guys, this is how you analyze the chart. Nothing different. This is how you analyze the chart. This is how you see a direction. Already, I have missed this sell because I was supposed to be entering sells here, but I'm gonna get another confirmation once this candlestick close. Then I'm gonna be selling US30. Thank you guys for checking out our YouTube channel. Please subscribe, share this YouTube channel to your friends, like, comment. You can ask questions. We're gonna answer every questions. Meet you guys on the other video.